Greetings, everyone. How you guys doing today? Happy Thursday. Oh, what a great day it is. I am here today later because it has been a really rough morning for me, and I am committed to sharing this experience with the nodal transits that are happening. And we are currently in the energy of a new moon that is happening today at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I think it's maybe 4:45. So let me say first, how you guys doing? I am the Moon Mama, also Monique. That is my given name, my birth name. I am this morning I have been in preparation for this new moon that is coming because it is my ascendant. My ascendant is in Pisces and I have a sun in Virgo. So this cycle where we have the Pisces new moon opening the eclipse season and the Virgo full moon with a lunar eclipse, and then we're going to have another eclipse in Aries, is a very vital point in my own personal chart. And this is why I use astrology, because astrology helps me understand where I am in my own psychic, spiritual, emotional, physical development. And what I have discovered in my studies is that when we don't understand where we are destined to repeat the same karmic momentum, karmic patterns that were laid down by our parents. My personal experience is unique. We're all unique, but we all have this same sort of codes that are running us at this time because we're shifting out of the dark ages and into a golden age. And the cleanup from that shift is tremendous. And so we all have the responsibility of understanding how we are meant to function, our own codes, unraveling that from what we were born into, freeing ourselves from what we were born into, and then allowing ourselves to express as we are meant to express. And how I have allowed myself to do this work is through the astrology and through understanding the patterns and the cycles that are running inside of me. Today I shifted my altar space because I wanted to introduce you guys to Grandmother Newt. Grandmother Newt is the Kemetic deity of the sky goddess, the sky grandmother. And one of the things that I love about ancient spirituality and spiritual practices is that they related to everything like it was an aspect of themselves, because it is an aspect of ourselves, because the greatest experience that we're having, especially in Pisces, is oneness, empathy, the water. So today here I have the blue candle to represent that blue that is the sky, the grandmother goddess. Then the water, this is a glass filled with water. And the water is because Pisces rules the water. And the waters, we are 70% water in our own bodies, 70 to 90% water in our own bodies. And then the earth, because the water nurtures the earth and feeds the earth. Selenite is the crystal that is angelic, and Pisces is in the angelic realm, meaning the unseen, the invisible forces, the spirits, the angels. And so honoring that with selenite. And then Yemaya, the goddess of the ocean and the waters. And when we understand that we are one with all of this, that all of this is going on, the waters and the earth, the ocean represents the blood in our own bodies. The earth and the ground represents our earth, our physical form. We are earth. The fire from the candle, from the light, the fire is our spirit. It is our soul. And the air element, which I don't have represented here, but it's everywhere, is our mind, our thoughts. And so when we are able to begin, for me, when I was able to depersonalize these aspects of myself and not be so attached to them as I was told, as I was taught and conditioned, not to think as the earth as something separate from me, but actually as something a part of me, it begins to dissolve my karmic patterns. And the karmic patterns I inherited, um, thank you, the smoke from the candle. Yes, thank you, Saffron. Yes, thank you. And the smoke from the incense. That's also the incense. I forgot that. You're right. It's sitting right here in front of me. That's how loopy I am today. Um, so with this Pisces energy, what are the patterns in your family that you were born into? The subconscious patterns that you were already there. Like when I pay attention to my past, so you guys see I have this black eye, right? The other day I was helping my cat get unstuck from the gate that I have over in my door. Her nail was stuck in it and it was really pulling. And I bent down to help her and banged my eye on the rail. I just wasn't paying attention. I was moving so quickly and banged my eye on the rail. And I'm walking around with a black eye right now. Like, let me see if I can get the camera a little closer so y'all can see. It's a black eye, okay? But what's interesting is that my mother used to have black eyes all the time when I was a little girl because my father and her were constantly in a physical battle. And how my little body interpreted their experience was, our parents are our gods because they are our creators, and it's the first real introduction you have to God. So I ingested their battles as a war between the masculine and feminine inside of myself, inside, like at war with myself, because my parents were at war with one another. They both were Pisces moon and Pisces rising. I am a Pisces rising. My father was a Virgo. We are born on the same day, September 12th, so I carry his karma. My mother was an Aries, and I have Saturn in Aries, so I carry her karma. And if I didn't understand that we create these realities, we choose these parents, we choose these energies, because from the life that we come in prior to, the life before this one, this was the energy that I would need in order to be able to get the power to lift off and become who I'm here to be. Now, the thing that's interesting is that, typically I would look at my experience and think, oh, it's horrible, I have horrible parents. But what astrology has taught me is that when you come in with the most shadow and devastating experiences, it's because you have the most power and capacity to transmute and alchemize those experiences. The universe doesn't set itself up to fail. It is our ego structures and our narratives and our stories that will lead us into what we will call failure. But that's really an illusion, because if you just get the understanding of how the energies work correctly, then you can depersonalize the experience so that you can utilize the power in the way that it's meant to be used. And this is why the universe uses everything. The universe uses your turmoil, struggle, the obstructions. It uses everything. And the evidence of the universe using everything is mountains. You know what I mean? Like mountains, the earth rubs together, and over time, like, thousands and billions of years, a mountain will erect out of the tension from this experience where elements are coming together in opposition, in resistance, and they create something new. So we also are that. We get to do that. We get to function like that. So with this moon in Pisces, it's happening. The new moon is happening at the 9th degree. The 9th degree is a Sagittarius degree. So that means, and that's Jupiter. And Pisces' original ruler was Jupiter. and Neptune is in Pisces now, and Jupiter is in a square to Pisces. So the energy is very chaotic, and there's a lot of, like, early this morning I was nauseous. Like, I had to go lay down. I just couldn't, like, after I did my spiritual practice early this morning, I just couldn't gather myself. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do this video today, and I called my friend who's an astrologer, and he said, well, it'd be really good for you to do your video today so people can see it in work, in action, so people can see what it looks like when you are moving these energies in real time. And so I'm here. I'm here. And you've been off all day. It's the new moon energy. So if you're feeling wonky, it is the new moon energy. It is because we are in the dark phase of the moon when we are most receptive. We are most available to new information. And because it's Pisces, it's ancestral stuff, it's spiritual, it's addictions, it's all the stuff is coming up. And so I am facing it. Woo! And the facing of this is challenging because the work is to open my heart while I'm in an uncomfortable experience. And what I'm watching myself is I have created a number of narratives. I have a Gemini moon and a Virgo sun, and they square one another. So I have created a lot of narratives to protect myself based upon my childhood experience. I've created a lot of ideas that something or someone is out to get me. My father used to be in a constant story about white people and white men and how they were this and this and that. And because we had the same birthday, that energy just filtered right into my system. My mother was chaotic and didn't know how to ground herself. She was always in need of someone else external to ground herself. It wasn't something that she actualized within herself. And so I have experienced in myself an extreme need for external validation, an extreme experience of self-abandonment, because that is what I was programmed as in my childhood. And now I'm a grown-ass woman and I am unraveling these frequencies. And how do I unravel them? By the rituals. I do rituals and I'm in service. You know, I stay serving, which is why I'm here every day, because I understand that when I share what I do for myself, it will support others. That is the code of Virgo. And I have a stellium in the 6th house in Virgo. So anything I share with others, it opens them up into another way of being. And I know that about myself because I understand my chart. So today, while we're in Pisces, my suggestion would be, while we're in the new moon in Pisces, my suggestion would be, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do another spiritual bath this week. I did one on Monday when the moon was in, when we're on the moon day. But because we're in the Pisces new moon today, and that's my ascendant, and it's happening at the degree of my north and south node. So I literally am in the crossroads. In the spiritual crossroads, I am crossing from one dimension into another. I can feel it. I can feel the pull of the old reality for me to go back into an old experience. I can feel the cycle saying, it's splitting. Which one are you going to take? I can feel it. I can actually sense it in my body, my knee, which is about forward movement. My left knee is doing a thing. And so I'm literally talking to my knee saying, I'm so thankful and grateful that we are moving forward. I love that we are in our forward movement direction, that all the things that have been stuck, that I have not been ready for, all of that is falling away. And I am open to a new experience of myself. I'm open to a new experience of myself. Why? Because if I am different, then the external world will be different. As above, so below. So the energy might be feeling very chaotic and tense today. My suggestion is to be with the water, do a spiritual bath, talk to the waters, talk to your body, love yourself, nurture yourself, love on yourself. I'm like, oh, my darling baby, you are so beautiful. Ooh, even with your new decoration, you are still gorgeous, because my mother used to have these decorations all the time, and she would put potatoes on her face to get to get the potatoes do something. They bring out toxins. So I'm just loving myself and knowing that what I'm doing for me is healing 7 generations forward in my lineage and 7 generations backwards, because now is the only time. So what I do now realigns my mother's energy, realigns her mother's energy, realigns the mother of mothers, the mothers of the mothers of the mothers for generations. And I am the portal. I am the one who has said yes to this new existence. I am the one who has the courage to show up and question and deal with the conflict of making a change. I am the one that said, I can do something different, and I'm not going to just do it for me. I'm going to do it so that it impacts everyone. I am the one. And I'm so happy that I'm the one. I'm so grateful, and I'm so humbled. I'm so humbled that the Creator chose me to be the one to support my lineage to get free. And I am doing my best. I am doing the best that I can do to take that responsibility seriously, playfully, lightheartedly, freely. And so for those of you who are devoted, you're not doing this work just for you. You're doing it for everyone in your lineage, but you're also doing it for everyone on the planet. So on a day like today, do your best to be in gratitude and dance and do some, get on the earth and put your feet in the earth and under the sun, so that you can connect to the Creator, the energy that creates all, so that you can open up to the new light codes and rest, because Pisces is about sleep and surrender also. So do what you do and then surrender, then let it go. So I'm going to say a prayer and then I'm going to close this out. So let's just come into a moment of receptivity, allowing yourself to connect to the parts of you that are receiving. As you breathe in, you receive life and air. As you breathe out, you release that which is no longer serving you. So as we stand in the precipice of a new age, of a new way of being, of a new mind, of a new magic, as we stand on the precipice of the newness that is emerging through us, I just trust and know that we are flinging our hearts wide open. We are opening ourselves up to the infinite experience of the divine that is within us, the God, Goddess presence that is who and what we are. We cannot separate ourselves from it. It is intrinsic to us. It is the fire within us. It is the earth. It is the air. It is the water. It is the space. It is the consciousness. And it is the energy. I am one with the totality of all that is. All of creation is happening right here within me. And as I speak these words, each one who is within the sound of my voice is reverberating with the power and the love and the joy of the universal power that rotates the earth around the sun, that changes the tides of the ocean, that grows the mountains. We are all in sync with the power of the universe that is anchored deep within our bodies and powerfully externally outside of us. We are all of it. We are one with it. We are able to flow and ebb and up and down and in and out freely because we are safe in all that we are and all that we do. Every thought that we think is aligned with power and magic and love and beauty and joy. Every choice that we make is taking us to our highest and best and yet to be, that we are surprised by who we can become and what we are capable of. Every person that we connect ourselves with is a mirror image of who we are. And so we experience compassion and empathy freely. It flows from one to another. We see ourselves as the one. And so in this embodiment of oneness, allow, open, surrender, and receive the glory of the Most High Creator that is your very essence. And know that everything you do is held in the power of creation. Release those ancestral burdens that no longer serve you. Allow them to wash away into the nothingness and be transmuted into abundance and joy and peace and harmony, because energy is only transmuted. It does not die. And allow the energy that you are to become the portal and the path for those who will come behind you. And we give thanks. And we give thanks. And we give thanks. And we give thanks. Because it is done. In the name and the nature of the Christ power that is bedded within me and within all of us, I call it forth to rise. 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 And walk as the God presence, God Goddess that you are. And so it is. Ashe. Whew. Peace and blessings, everyone. I love y'all so very much. If you need support, you can check out my website, healwithmoonmama.com. It was my pleasure to support you. Yes, honey. We create every day. We are the creators every day, organizing chaos. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.